It is truly an American story. A man who grew up with the law viewing him as unequal is now a familiar presence at the highest level of American government.
Well, I grew up in Newport News. We had segregated schools back at the time, and we knew that changes would have to happen. And that's why public policy comes in. All of my public policy life, we've been trying to make the changes necessary to make educational opportunities equal. I've done that in the General Assembly, the House of Delegates, the State Senate, now in Congress.
This ascension to the United States Congress is pioneering, the first African American to represent a Virginia district in more than 100 years. That distinction, a pioneer, can often come with its share of burdens.
It's more important not necessarily to be the first, but that you're not the last.
Indeed, Bobby Scott isn't the last. He may, however, be the most enduring. His constituents continue to choose him to represent the district election after election since 1992. The effect of that fact on our entire culture cannot be underestimated.
The biggest thing about democracy is not so much being able to have these glimpses of inclusion, but to feel that you're always a part of it. It's a part of your fabric. It's the DNA, and he's a part of that.
Bobby Scott's longevity in Congress represents so much more than just a few gray hairs. It tells the story of how far we have come as a Commonwealth. When the first ever African American from Virginia was elected to Congress, a nearly insurmountable fury ensured he would only spend 6 months representing the district. John Mercer Langston's 1888 election was contested in courts for a year and a half before he was able to prove he got the most votes to win. He lost the next election. What followed was a generations-long assault on African American voting rights in the South, preventing anyone from Virginia serving in Congress for more than a century. And then along came Bobby Scott.
But there was never any time when I was looking towards elective politics. I was just looking to get involved. The Chamber of Commerce, the Bar Associations, the NAACP. I started the Legal Aid Program on the peninsula. You learn very early that as you want to make changes, you can formulate the ideas, but at some point you got to hand it off to the politicians to get the job done.
Once in the House, Bobby Scott has been relentless in his service to his constituents. He has helped sustain Newport News' economic foundation of shipbuilding, while ensuring the U.S. Navy has the finest and most effective vessels on the world's oceans. It didn't take long, however, to see where Bobby Scott's true heart lies: our nation's children. He is most effective as chair of the House Committee on Education and Labor.
He gets it so well. We can't be a great nation if we can't make our children see and have a real opportunity to reach their highest potential. And it starts with education.
The Education and Labor Committee has incredible jurisdiction, the kind of jurisdiction that actually touches people's lives. Obviously education, which starts pre-K, K through 12, higher education, job training.
Part of that education is derived from young people seeing what is possible in their lives instead of the obstacles that exist.
He's always there serving the people, doing what he can to represent everybody, not just his district, but the nation. And for a little kid to see that, who may be from the barrio or from public housing or wherever he or she may be, and say, you know what, I can do that because Bobby does it. That's powerful.